everybody. So today I hadn't intended to film, but I thought, well, why not? The lighting is not amazing. I have literally just got my dressing table mirror on. I'll turn that off. No, I definitely need that. I've just got my umbrella lights on. It's very dark outside and very grey. Yeah, I mean the colours seem okay on the video, so hopefully we're alright. But I wanted to do this video because I got a goodie box from simplybe. It was in a huge box. Came with a magazine and these other bits that are in here. So I'm going to quickly show you what I got in here. And the reason I got this is I do purchase from simplybe, but they did send me an invitation that they sent out to so many people to watch like a live sort of fashion show type thing. And it was quite interesting actually. There was some quite nice things on, but they did send me this goodie box for taking part in it. And I got a perfume, which is the simplybe Bold, which that was £16 and it's now retailing for £8. It's not the strongest smelling fragrance, but it is certainly very nice, so I was happy to get that. We also got a GRWM nail paint, and this one's in a lovely Halloween pumpkin orange colour, which I don't have one. There was an OK face mask in avocado, which my daughter took, so I apologise for that, but I think they retail for around £4. There's a Rhodile Dragon's Blood under eye little jelly things. These retail for £10 a packet. There's a Philorgia Ultra Lifting Cream. This little sample's worth around £9. And then there's this one, which I think was worth about £15. I really like the smell of it. It's by Pray, P-R-A-I, and it's for throat and neck, and I really like a good neck cream. You can't start early enough. I'd recommend you start around 18 to 20 years old. Start making sure that you apply cream to your neck and keeping it nice and moisturised. Yeah, so there's that. There is this foundation, which I was really shocked at. It's the Laura Geller Cover Lock, which is a full cover foundation, and this one's in porcelain. So I wanted to try it out today. I'm really excited to try it on, so I thought I'd quickly make a video doing it. We also got, like I said, we got a magazine, and then we got a pack of face masks. So there's a black one in there, there's a white one with bees on, and a black one with bees on. And I'm really happy about this because even after I get my vaccine, I'm probably still going to wear these when I'm out and about, public transport and all that. And because obviously restrictions won't properly lift till June, and then after that I'm still going to play it safe because the vaccine is 85% effective. But I have a very weak immune system. I have asthma, I have a bunch of health conditions, so I want to be careful and just make sure there's no chance. So yeah, it's nice to have face masks, and I could do with a couple more anyway. So they all came in a really nice little black simplybe box. They should do beauty boxes every now and then, just like ASOS do. It's retailing on sale at certain places. This is 30ml, and in some places it's 28, so it's a £28 foundation. I mean, it is Laura Geller. I've never used this before, so I've never used anything by Laura Geller before, but we're going to give it a go. I'm just going to use the GRWM primer because it was the first one that I came to in my drawer, but also it's really quite nice. This is the Pixie Beauty Elixir, the one in the green. And I like the lightweight feeling on the face. I think it's really nice. Be nice and refreshing come the warmer months because it does give you that kind of refreshed kind of feeling. Now I've tried out this foundation on the back of my hand, and I do think it's going to be too peachy for me, but I know that I will be able to colour correct it. That's the colour there, and I do think it's going to come off too peach. But that's what these videos are about. It's about trying things out and just seeing how they go, really. So it's supposed to be full coverage. I have some redness on my nose at the minute with my rosacea. I have a spot here because it's that time of the month, and I don't really have any other spots at the moment. I just one underneath my chin, so doing quite well at the moment. But yes, I do have some redness and some dryness on my nose, but enough waffle, let's get it on. So I'm not putting any concealer underneath, which I often do on the redness, just so then when the foundation goes on, it goes on a more even canvas. If you want to see kind of a foundation routine for me, I can do that at some point in the future. But for now, let's get this on. It doesn't look actually too bad when first applied. And as you can see with this brush, well, with any brush in general, I just like to stipple it. So it's very much like the using of a beauty blender, really. I just feel like I can get more coverage quicker than with a beauty blender. It has a nice smell. It's not a strong smell, but I can definitely smell it there. I find that this brush is really nice. It does really good application. Looking a bit like Two-Face, Harvey Two-Face from Batman there. It does really nice application, this brush. But I like brushes for foundation. I know some people don't. They say they leave streaks. But it's all about kind of the application that you do. So just being careful about not pressing too hard. If you press too hard with a brush, you're going to get streaks. That's actually, you know, not too bad. I don't know if it's going to oxidize, but I will admit the coverage on that is like really fantastic. Like normally I would need to go in, like when I used the Revlon Candid the other day, it was still showing my redness through here and on my nose, and even when I put a second and slight like thin layer back on top, I still felt like I had some of the redness coming through. And certainly wearing that one, I did think that the Candid over time, like I was starting to see more redness. It was like almost like it was kind of fading away in the areas where I had a bit more oil. So yeah. This, however, I can't see any redness poking through there at all. I might just be being a bit blind, but no. And it looks really nice. It's a really nice finish. Well, that's impressive, because I wasn't too sure at first. I thought it was going to be a bit too peachy, but it is a lot better than expected, and the coverage is really nice. So while we're here, we might as well put some more makeup on, right? Together. And I didn't show you this in the haul, and I realised I hadn't. It's the only thing that I forgot to show you, and it is the Cali Contour by Smashbox. So I'm going to use that in today's video. This, I don't think it comes in shades. I think this is just literally the one that it came in, and that's what it looks like. This is an incredible, incredible kit. I use it so much. I don't use the middle shades so much because they're kind of like, they're highlighter shades. And yes, I'm going to do what I hate. I'm swatching it with my fingers. Because I just think that, you know, when you wear a highlighter, you sheer it out. But even when you sheer these out, you can see that it's just a bit too dark for me. The gold's a bit yellow, and that is. But the other 4 shades in here are amazing. I mean, it has the shades on the back, in fairness. So I wonder if they sell that as a separate blusher, because I use it all the time. I like that it folds completely back, so you can do that, and it's got a good sized mirror on the back there. And I did get this on offer, but I don't know if it's on offer at the moment, but you can occasionally pick it up on offer. But it's the Mineralized Skin Finish, and this one's in Light Plus. And I did buy Light when I had a discount code. There wasn't anything else I wanted, so I just picked up that. So that's Light Plus. And Light is the one that I would normally get. So you can see there is a difference there in the colour. I really like Light, it's my preferred shade, but this was free, so who's going to argue with free? So I just pat that in there, and then just tap it on. I think that probably it would be best to use the lighter one, just in case this does oxidise, and also I'm a bit concerned about the actual colour. But we're going to go ahead and use this anyway. I love this powder. I think it gives a nice soft focus look to the face. And so pop that on, and like that, with a puff, because that's my favourite way to do it. That, and using a very dense brush like this. And then I'll just take a big powder brush. I'm using this one from Sigma. And then I will just literally dust that on as well. Just across the cheeks and on the nose mainly, and on the centre of the forehead. A couple of places where I got oily, just to kind of finish that off. But I love the kind of finish that you get on your skin with this, so it's really nice. And I got this from Amazon yesterday, and I'm already a bit obsessed. But it's this little kind of dual plant pot type thing. I think they actually use them in restaurants, because I got these from the kind of the culinary sort of side of Amazon. I have the single ones, which I showed you in my haul. I think they're only around £2.84, and I got that to put those brushes in. They're just nice and big, and I have my Sigma brushes, but they were at the back. I was using that, not using them as much because they were in like a bigger container, so it was hard to kind of situate them. So I got this for, I want to say this is around £6 on Amazon. but it's just 2 metal buckets fastened together. It's got a wooden handle in the middle so you can pick them up, and then I've got all my Sigma eye brushes on one side and all my Sigma face brushes on the other side, and then I've been able to slide that at the front of the display just so I start to use them more, because as I've got more brushes in my collection, anybody else do this, but I've started to use those ones less because they kind of were a lot. Like you see, I've gathered a lot over my time. My Sigma foundation brushes are separate because I keep all my foundation brushes together. But yeah, over time I've gathered a really nice collection of Sigma, and I love their brushes, but I was using them less because they needed bigger pots to be put in. So yes, I like that. And then I ended up taking the Spectrum ones out of the bucket they were in and putting them in here because I thought they looked pretty. I had a little reorganisation because I love doing that. I love when I'm running the bath on a night time. I'm just kind of just coming in this room and swatching things and like tidying in here and cleaning and stuff like that. So this room is just a really relaxing area for me. It's a really chilled out zone for me. So if I have any kind of anxiety or anything that I'm kind of going through, then I generally come to this room. It's got lots of my favourite things in it, lots of things that I collect. My computer's in here. It's a nice space since we kind of like renovated it and put the bookcase. This is like a bookcase. It's called the Main Collection from Argos, and it's a half depth one, so it's not as deep, and it's perfect for storing makeup on. And just having things out for me is using them more. So most of my collection is generally just on display because if I put it in drawers I wouldn't use it as much. Does that make sense? I don't know, but I just love the vintage desk and I like everything in here. So since we did that and we took the drawers out from behind me, it's created a much more spacious atmosphere in here. So yeah, there's no radiator, so I've got a little radiator, like an electric one, under my desk. And let's put makeup on while we chat, Lisa. I'm going to use the contour shade in here. Yeah, so I can just sit and have that on. There's a window in here. So yeah, I can open that when it's hot. And I have got a fan for when it's really hot. And then the bathroom's right next to me. So that was great when I was doing my masters because I was like chained to my desk during that period. I spent a lot of time in this room. So it was very nice that we kind of renovated it and made it just a nicer space to be, really. Just by adding a few cheap pieces of furniture. Because that wasn't too expensive. So I'm going to take the medium XL. Medium XL? That made no sense. This is the medium brush from the XL collection from Real Techniques. Very sad they discontinued these. They're amazing. And I'm just going to take the... I get lazy with this palette. But I'm just going to take the bronze shade from this one. Put it up on my temples. And then bronze up down here. And then for blush, same brush, I'm going to use this colour. Because I really like this blusher. Look at that. It's just a really nice kind of, almost a peachy pink. Really like that. It's nice, and I can go a bit overboard sometimes, so I must rein myself in. But I do like it. I think it's very pretty. So that's basically all of the powder type products on. And then at this point I would usually mist my face. I'm going to use the Glossy Box one that I showed in my haul, which is the Hydrating Mist. I really like this. I can do some brows, and I'm just going to be lazy today, guys. I'm just going to pop on my NYX brow pencil in taupe. Right, okay, brows on. I just feel a little bit more human when the brows go on. And now, what eyeshadow palette to use? I kind of feel like I want to use this one because I've not used it yet properly. But I'm talking with another YouTuber about doing a collab. I'm possibly going to be using these palettes. But she has recently used this one, so maybe I can do this one and we can maybe do the other one. Because this is an absolutely stunning palette. The Book of Magic by Beauty Bay. I mean, I don't know whether they've took it off, which is, it makes no sense because Sunset's still on there. I don't know if that's maybe because the sales of this just were like skyrocketing and Sunset didn't sell as much. So maybe they've took it off for a short time and then they'll put it back on, but they should bring this back because it's a truly stunning palette. I'm really glad I got it when I did. But yeah, I think I might do something with this. I need to prime. So I'm just going to grab the one I always go for, which is the Revolution Eye Primer. I love this eye primer. It is incredible. And oh my goodness. No! Look! Oh no. I don't think I even have a spare right now. I'm going to have to order another one. So I want to do something I've not done before and do something a little bit different. So I was either going to go for those beautiful purples. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Or I was going to do these blues. And I think what I'm going to do is go for these blues instead. Or should I do the purples? Right, I'm going to do Enchanted through the crease and on the inner eye, I think. Then I'm going to go in with Sorcery to add depth, and that in the outer corner, Voodoo for more depth. And on the lid, I'm going to put Charmed, which is that really lovely foiled purple. To be fair, you know what it is? You know me in bright colours, right? I love this, but the only colours I've actually gone into so far is I did like a bronzed eye look, and I used this really beautiful shade on the lid, and I loved it. So it's the only one I've actually used, and I haven't even swatched it. So I haven't swatched these purples. I don't know how they're going to apply. I've swatched a couple of the foils. But yes, this is like a first time use, and I'm so excited. So let's grab Enchanted on just a fluffy sort of crease brush. I don't know why I always want to say blush. Clearly it's a brush. It's got a hair attached to it, but don't worry, it's mine. Okay. Well, I am very fair, so let's just, you know, and I'll only do one eye so I don't bore you to death. But I'm very fair, so this is not going to show up massively on my skin, but I can see it there. So hopefully you can. Hopefully this light's like not too much, because the light is quite close to me because of where I'm sitting. But not bad. It's a little bit of a washed out look. It probably could do with like a really nice white base under it to make it pop a bit more. But I mean, it's not totally invisible, and really all it is a shade for me to blend the other colours into. So I quite like that one. That one is Enchanted. Then I'm going to go in with the darker one, which is Sorcery. Well, it's the bright sort of purple, shall I say. Use the same brush. Oh, see, look at the pigmentation of that straight away. This is really nice and bright. And what I do now with all of my colours, it helps to reduce your kind of fallout. But also you just get better colour payoff. I just stamp them on first. And then take that and run it through. How is that for payoff? That's just stunning. So yeah, it's all about patience, which I definitely didn't used to have. I just used to think, well, I'll just put that on, and it didn't always turn out great. But yeah, you do learn over time. I'm going to take the lighter colour just to blend the edge there. And then I'm going to take Voodoo, which is the really dark purple. I'm just going to stick to the same brush, guys, honestly. I will be going out on the 8th of March, so I've ordered my hair dye. The last time I dyed my hair red was January 2020. So, around that time. And I only used the colour Freedom the last time I did it, which is actually quite natural. So there's like no bleachers or stuff in it. So mine, it's stuck in my hair like absolute glue. So if you're thinking, get colour Freedom and I'll put something in, it'll wash out after 3 washes. No, please be highly careful with it, honestly. It should come with a warning, in fairness. The blue would not shift, not. It's still under there. Like when I put my hair down, you can see where the colour, when it's faded out, it's left like blue. And like you can see it's blue. Because obviously my hair will be blonde at the ends because I bleached my hair. So I'm putting Voodoo just in this outer corner to add a little bit of depth, which it definitely is doing. It's very nice. I have got a little bit of fallout. I should have put some loose powder, but I didn't, so that's my own fault. But this colour, ooh, this was the right decision. That dark purple with this purple, beautiful. I mean, purples are difficult shadows, and for these to be like this, I'm highly impressed. I want to go ahead and put the purple on the lid because I do want to see what it looks like, but I think I'll go over the top with the blue because I think the blue and the purple will look nice. But I did say I wanted to do the purple, and I am just going to use my finger for this because that's how foils generally perform a lot better. Oh, that's such a nice colour. See, it's giving you that nice little bit of shine on the lid. It's really pretty. The only other types of brushes that I would use to apply those are kind of these flat brushes, which I've got a few of. So why don't we just take a little of the purple on there and press that on as well. And this is the point where I look at it and think, do I want to go in with the blue over this now? Because I've kind of hyped myself up. I'm going to take the bright purple on a smaller crease brush, just because I think that here could do with a little bit more colour. We are literally just going to stick with this. I really like this whole just purple eye look. I think it looks really nice. I do want to put a colour underneath as well. I'm just going to use a pencil brush because it's going to be easier. And I think what I want to do is I want to take the brighter purple, and I'm just going to apply that here. I think I put a bit too much on the brush. Let's just go the whole way, actually. And then I'm going to go turn the brush over, get the darker purple, and do that on the outer corner. And using the pencil brush, just want to smooth out that edge there, just with that bright purple. Yeah, okay, I like that. Actually, I'm just going to use this very small flat brush because it'll be really nice. And I'm actually going to pick up that gold. I think that that gold there would be nice on the inner eye corner. It's called Alchemy, Brianna. I'm pretty sure that says Alchemy. So let's see how this performs on a small brush. I think the gold and purple can look really nice together. I didn't pick up loads, but I was being quite tentative, so let's give it a go. Ooh, that's a really nice gold, isn't it? It's like, it's not too yellow. Yeah, I mean, if they re-release this, I would definitely pick up another one. It would be well worth it for me. Because, you know, sometimes you can pick up a palette and you just know from first time using it that you're just going to end up like really using it loads. Okay, well, I'm going to go off camera, do the other eye and come back and we'll decide on some lips. I think I possibly have a better blend on this eye than this eye, but you know, I have visual problems, so not an excuse, it's just a reality. So there we go. That's the eyes, and I want to put liner on now. I've been using this Revolution Pro Visionary liner in Noir. It definitely needs a sharpen, so, because they're the plastic ones, but they do sharpen, so. Right, I'm going to put this in the waterline. I was going to go lighter, but I'm not now. You need such a light hand with this, because it's such a pigmented liner, and it can be smudgy. So I would warn, when using it, to be very careful. I have very watery eyes, so it remains to be seen whether this is going to work well for me when I'm out and about, so we'll see. See, I think as soon as they get the liner on, it just really does finish the eye. I am aware I did a mistake up here. I need to go back in a bit with that purple, I think. And I need to blend a bit underneath. But that's okay, we're going to do that now. So that's just the brighter purple. So I will go ahead and take a fluffy Sigma brush, which I know is clean, and tidy up the edge up here. I am visually challenged, so I do find that I do have to go backwards and forwards just a little, just to get things right, but that's absolutely fine. And then I'm just going to take the lighter purple at the top on that brush and just soften the edges just to make sure it looks okay. And then underneath I'm just going to use that same brush because it's only got the light colour on. It's never ever going to be perfect. I just think of my eyes just like my brows are sisters, not twins. So I'm just getting it as close as you can, but I think that looks okay. The black liner just adds that drama that I really, really like. The temptation is to take the gold and put it in the centre of the lid as well, because that's what I do, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to try not to. So now I have used this colour, this colour, this colour, this colour and this colour for this look, and I really like it. I like how that has turned out, and I've given it a bit of a blend under the eyes now so it looks a bit more even. So I'm going to put on MAC Down to an Art lipstick, which I got in a beauty box. That's a nice colour. Not sure it exactly goes with these eyes. I probably should have gone for maybe more of a purple shade, but I just wanted to go for something a little bit different and neutral with this. So lesson learned, that's fine. Now I'm going to take a little brush. This one's quite nice, just a nice little sort of domed sort of fluffy brush, and I'm going to put a highlighter on my Aspen palette, and I'm going to go for this shade here, which is kind of like a purpley shade. Oh, that's really pretty. Yeah, it's a really nice lilac shade. And I know that's really out there, but if you did do too much, you could always go in with the excess powder that you got on your puff, and then you can tone it down, so it's okay. And then I usually just take a little bit of like what I've got left on the brush and pop that up on the brow bone. I like the same highlighter on my cheek, on my brow bone. Really nice. Okay, so that's the liner. I'm going to pop on this mascara, which is the Revolution 5D lash one. I haven't curled my lashes, but it's okay. I often forget to do that, so I just kind of want to road test this mascara and see how it goes like without me doing that. Normally though, I find a mascara has to be open for at least a week, if not 2 weeks, before it starts to get like really nice. And I don't know what that is, whether it's like the air getting into it and it changes the consistency, but I definitely find that it makes a difference. And I don't know if you can see that streak of blue there. Yeah, I think you can. Right, okay, I do need to spray my face though. I really like these eyes. I know they're just all purple, and I could add a bit more depth in. I think that's what we'll do now. I've got this smaller brush here. Because I think with blending we did lose just a little bit of that depth on the outer corner, which is what happens, and it's okay. We just have to keep going in with the shades and reapplying. That's fine. Makeup is a marathon, not a race. Yeah, that's definitely better. That's added that deeper purple intensity then. I'm really glad I decided to change to purples instead of blues, just for a change. It's nice to try that up, and it's nice to try those colours. I'm excited to actually use the purples and the blues together. So that has been the Book of Magic. Now, I know Beauty Bay are huge about promotion and their own products. I don't see them like discontinuing this forever, guys. I really don't. I do think they'll bring it back. I think they know how popular that this is, and I don't think that they'll miss out on the fact that many people still want to buy this. So yeah, I think they'll bring this one back, hopefully. I just think that when they say they've got a success with something, I don't think that they're the kind of brand who kind of just, you know, wants to come across as just being a very limited edition brand. Right, I'm going to take this peachy kind of colour from Makeup Obsession. You can see the gloss there, but it's like really more just like a glossy kind of lip colour, but without too much high shine, which I like. I think that's really nice, and that is the finished look. So what do you think? What do you think about all this purple for a bit of a change? I think it goes really nice with my green eyes. Once my hair's bright red again, it's going to look really good as well. So yeah, I'm really glad that I delved into that and tried some colours out of that, because like I said, I hadn't really used it, and I'm going to do a look with the blues next time. So we'll definitely get some more use out of that one. And then I love this highlighter palette. I think the shades in this are really beautiful. They're not too like blinding in your face. You kind of can layer them, and you know what I mean. It's not super intense as soon as you put that on. I think it's just, you know, it's quite subtle really. I don't know whether you're getting that on camera, but it's quite a nice subtle highlight, and it's really, really pretty. So I really, really rate this, and I love the colours in it, so I'm very excited about that. And then in a future video coming up soon, I'm going to be using these. I think this might be the one that I'm going to do the collab with another YouTuber here called Sunset Horizons. Love this. I have done a look using this shade here, and the orange shade, and that one there. So those are the ones that I've kind of used so far, and I haven't used anything else in this palette. So I'm actually really excited to try it. I haven't even swatched it again. I haven't swatched it. But yeah, it looks nice. This purple is actually darker than Voodoo. So there is actually difference in the shades. They look similar, but they're not the same. So I'm really excited to give this a go. Like to do maybe like a sunrise with the top and a sunset with the bottom, which is clearly why it is called what it is. It's Sunset Horizons. But I do kind of see that sunset, sunrise, sunset, or just as the sun is rising, right before it rises, you get all these beautiful darker colours, and then it rises and you get that. Am I making any sense? Probably not. But I definitely want to use this soon, because I haven't really played with this yet. So I'm excited to feature that. And also I did get this recently, so I do want to use this. This is a really beautiful palette. I was almost tempted to go into this shade here and put that on, but I didn't want to kind of use two palettes together. And I did pick this up despite my misgivings, because these did go down in price after I bought them. But as Book of Magic goes to show you, maybe we have to maybe think that sometimes things are limited edition. And because this was New Romantic and it was out of Valentine's, I thought, what if this is a limited edition palette? I really like it. I don't want to miss out on it. So yeah, that's tactics, isn't it? Marketing tactics. But I definitely will be using this in an upcoming video as well, because I think this is a really beautiful colour story. And what I was going to say is I hope they do more palettes like this, because this is £15. It's really affordable. It's a nice size. You do get a good mirror in there, and then the shades in here are really nice. You get 20 shades. You get a nice mix of mattes and shimmers, and as you can see from my eye look today, they're very pigmented, they blend really nice, so they're very good quality shadows. I do have the Bright 42 matte as well. I did get the, I got the 12 originally, and then the little 3 9 pans out of the Bright range. And then when I bought the big one, I think I got a comment in the video, somebody saying, oh, I don't see the point of buying that when you've kind of already got the others. But it worked out that I think out of the 40, is it 42? I think only 11 shades were repeated and the rest were brand new. So it was definitely worth it. So if you want to see me use the big bright matte palette in a video coming up at any point, do let me know in the comments below, because actually I'd love to use that. I do like that. It's just over there, because it's quite a big one. But it is a beautiful palette, and I just really rate Beauty Bay's eyeshadows. I think they're absolutely stunning. So that's enough from me today, guys, because I'm starting to verge into waffling. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching as always. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Thumbs up help my channel massively, because it helps me see what you're like and watching. It also just helps me in general on my channel with the algorithm, apparently. I don't know what the algorithm is, but if thumbs up helps it, then great. Let's all support the algorithm. I know, I'm hungry, I'm sorry. But yeah, don't forget to comment please. I love to reply to comments, and also subscribe, why wouldn't you? I have a lot of variety here on my channel currently. I'm going through a bit of a makeup phase because I have makeup to try, and I'm trying to share that with you. But yes, the foundation, I love it. I'm really impressed. So I'll feedback in the future on how I get along with that. But yeah, that's it. I'm going. I'm definitely going this time. Honestly, I am definitely going. Bye.